What? You can read minds? What kind of vampire are you?
We're born in the moonlight. Ain't no fantasy. Can't breathe in the sunlight.
Hello, Romas. This is Aromie here, and welcome back to Changeling. I was gonna say Charlotte, but welcome back to Changeling. We're here with Mark. Making it difficult for us to stay loyal to Elliot. Wait, what? The agency has decided it no longer needs my help. But why? I'm sorry to hear that. No, what? Why? I'm very curious. Oh, we're covering up William. How come? The way he worded that seemed odd, as if he'd unwillingly been removed or something, and he seemed like he'd probably be a hard worker. Surely he'd be useful to have around. I mean, you don't have to say if you don't want to. I'm just surprised, that's all. I'll tell you in a moment. The hallway isn't the place to discuss it. Oh, you're actually going to talk to me. Not that there was anyone else around, but I guess one could never know when another student might pop up and overhear. The fact that he didn't want to talk about it in the hall probably indicated that the reason was more serious than people just being tired of his crankiness. We walked silently the rest of the way up to the room. I retreated to the sofa where I'd left my books before. Mark went to the cabinet and opened one of the upper doors, one I'd never been able to open before, to pull out 2 bottles of water and an electric kettle. I totally forgot he's gonna make us tea. So that's where he hides his bottled water. Sneaky. You remember the conversation in study hall earlier today? Yes, and I take it that means you were really eavesdropping. He gave me a wry smile. Oh, he's so cute. Yes, I was. The body they were referring to, the one that was badly damaged, was a hiker who went missing nearly a month ago. It isn't widely known yet, but another body was found near the bog this morning, the body of one of the missing students. My eyes went wide. What? One of them died? That's horrible. It was in the same condition as the previous body, drained of blood and badly mutilated. Jeez, that's really horrible. I felt a little queasy. That person had been the same age as us. I watched Mark as he calmly prepared 2 teacups while waiting for the water to boil. I had no idea how he could appear so emotionless about the whole thing. I think he's not appearing. He looks like he's emotionless, but maybe he's actually sad, and that's his sad face. We were talking about a dead teenager, someone our age, someone who died horribly, probably alone, afraid. Does being a vampire just numb you to that kind of thing? I think he's just seen a lot that he's numb in general. I don't really watch the news, but shouldn't this be plastered everywhere? I can't believe my parents haven't said a word about this to me and my brother. As you can imagine, the agency is controlling the situation, which is why news of the second victim hasn't been released yet, and the students are still being listed as missing. Milo said there were 5 victims. With the 3 students and the hiker, that's only 4. Just prior to the hiker going missing, there was a vagrant whose body was also found. His death was unlikely to cause a stir given that he had no family. His death was listed as a wild animal attack. Hikers go missing sometimes, so while it caught some attention, most people didn't pay attention to that disappearance. When the body was found, some of the details were not made public, and it was also listed as an animal attack. The disappearance of 2 and now 3 high schoolers is not so easy to dismiss. But what does that have to do with the agency not wanting to work with you anymore? The kettle beeped and Mark carefully poured water into both cups before placing infusers in each one. What do you think? The bodies are drained of blood. Who do you think the agency is looking to as possible culprits? So you're a suspect. You don't need to look that surprised. When a body shows up drained of blood, vampires are going to be the first ones they look at, and it isn't as if fangs leave a fingerprint. Well, I mean, that's because they're fangs, not fingers. Mark gave me an annoyed look. I didn't say that out loud, did I? The entire vampire community is being evaluated right now. Wait, that includes Elliot. We've been put under watch and have been given a curfew as well. A curfew? Is that going to help? Vampires don't exactly have to stick to roaming at night. Mark didn't respond to that. Besides, Elliot said there's a pretty big vampire community here. Seems like a lot of effort to enforce a curfew. They believe they can both save lives and narrow the suspects this way. But what about Elliot? Why is he still helping them? Or is he not? I just kind of assumed since he wasn't here. I don't keep up with what's going on with that stunted mongrel. Mongrel? Did he just say mongrel? They're unable to conclude whether an infected or natural vampire is to blame. I highly doubt he'll be allowed to continue to do his work at the agency. How would they be able to tell anyway? In all your studying, you haven't read anything about vampires. I was under the impression you were studying about cryptics. I read a little about infected vampires, but learning about myself has kind of taken precedence. right? So I've been reading about berries lately, thank you very much. Perhaps you should pause those studies and learn about vampires instead. Learning about berries is a bit more pressing, thank you very much. Are you sure about that? What's that supposed to mean? And come to think of it, why are you telling me all this anyway? He looked at me over the top of his teacup. I thought it would benefit you to know the truth. You live near where the bodies have been found, don't you? That's true. Ugh. I picked up my teacup, inhaling the steam. It smells good. Of course. Now that I was having a chance to really talk to him, I realized he was a bit different than I expected. He wasn't really rude per se, just a bit reserved, and he didn't mince words, that was certain. It wasn't that bad though. It was kind of refreshing really to be talking to someone who didn't seem like he was hiding things from me. Everyone else just always fed me that nothing for you to worry about line. I took a careful sip of tea, mulling over what he'd said. So the entire vampire community was being suspected. That was harsh. As irritating as it is, it's not harsh. It's natural. Wait, what? What? Are you reading my mind? Because I did not say that out loud. It's natural to start out suspecting a larger group until one can narrow the suspects down. It is, however, stupid to isolate the vampire community and reject our help in locating the culprit. I narrow my eyes suspiciously. Are you reading my mind? Bitch, you can read minds? What kind of vampire are you? Mark lifted his teacup and smiled slightly. Nearly all vampires possess some kind of... Oh my god, does that mean Elliot can read my mind too? Even if he's infected? What the fuck? This is a whole game changer. Nearly all vampires possess some degree of telepathy. Normally I can only hear thoughts clearly if I directly touch someone, but you practically shout your thoughts whether I want to hear them or not. I mean, I've been told by William. If I touch you, they are as clear as day. Is that why he doesn't touch people? Even sitting next to you, I can't help but overhear. So... oh my god. So that meant that whenever we were close to each other, he was capable of hearing my thoughts. Is that why he always seemed to hate touching me? This is insane. I think maybe it's correct for me to play Elliot's route, so then I can have this huge of game changer of Mark. But maybe playing Mark's route would have been also just as wild of a reaction. Yes. I swallowed nervously and moved away slightly. I'll try to think quieter. He chuckled softly. Oh hey, you laughed. I was beginning to think you didn't know how. He looked at me over the top of his teacup. Occasionally there are humans who are amusing. I'm not human though. I'll have you know I'm apparently a fairy. Mark set his cup down and frowned at me. Yes, I have heard that. Though your scent is a little unusual for a fae. Don't tell me you're smelling me right now. No more than you're smelling your tea at the moment, though you are certainly aware of its fragrance on some level. Doesn't that mean that doesn't that mean that he is smelling me? What does it mean that my scent is unusual? I don't know what it means. He leaned back again and picked up his teacup, taking another sip. Perhaps it means you're not fae at all. No! He looked at me with surprise when I said that. No? No, you're not throwing that at me. I have put up with a lot since I joined this club, but the one thing that has kept me grounded for the last week and a half is that I might be a fae of some kind. That is the only direction I've had in my research or in anything else. I rejected any proposal that might put me right back at square one. He laughed. Oh, he's so cute. I see, and if you reject it, it is therefore not true. Correct. That's a convenient life's philosophy. I think so. Even if you're not fae, you're still different than I thought you would be. Is that a compliment or an insult? Mark smiled faintly and I had the distinct feeling he'd heard that. Oh shit, I keep forgetting he can read. I picked up my teacup and took another careful sip. It was nice. For tea. Mark, why are you really telling me this? I mean about the bodies and stuff. What do you mean? I told you why. An informed person is less likely to do something stupid. I agree with that actually, but like I said, everyone else kept quiet about it. Elliot didn't say anything, but he definitely knows about it. Isn't Elliot avoiding it simply because he doesn't want to bring up something that may cast him in a suspicious light? So you don't care if I'm suspicious of you? The true culprit will come to light soon enough, whether you're suspicious of me or not. What surprises me is that you don't seem to be considering the possibility I'm guilty at all. Nah. Nah, you're not the murderer. I waved a hand dismissively. I might have considered it earlier a bit, but not after having spoken to him. You seem like someone who would be much more adept at disposing of a body in a way that wouldn't get you caught. Is that an insult? Not at all. I merely observed that you have a very meticulous sort of personality. The sort that wouldn't just leave a body in the woods for people to find. Perhaps I did it to throw them off my trail. I doubt it. That seems like a big gamble for a crime that so obviously points to vampires. But we're not the only creatures who subsist on blood, you know? Oh, but you said any vampire without an alibi was kind of under suspicion. I didn't say we were the only ones being questioned. Who else is questioned? At that moment, the library door opened. Violet and Elliot came through. Violet looked worn out, honestly. Elliot looked very upset. I'll keep you apprised of the situation. It would be in your best interest to do as I've said. Yeah, thanks. Violet went back to the library, leaving Elliot standing by the door, crestfallen. Are you alright? After my conversation with Mark, it wasn't hard to figure out what had just happened. Oh, yeah. He forced a smile. Totally fine. No need to worry. Don't lie to me. She already knows the situation, so there's no need to avoid discussing it. Oh, you. You told her. Was there a reason not to tell me? It's a bit scary, right? I'd rather know about it than not, especially considering it's happening in the woods behind my house. It's good to know I should avoid going out there. I gave him a meaningful look while trying my hardest not to yell my thoughts at Mark. Elliot should know exactly why it was necessary for me to know this stuff. I sighed. It's fine, don't worry about it. I'm not mad or anything. Yeah, which goes back to my question. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, they just asked me to take a break from helping out until they figure what's going on. In other words, your internship was suspended. Mark. Yeah, that's it, basically. Has this town always been so dangerous? I mean, jeez. We slumped on the sofa, poking half-heartedly at my books. I lost the will to even try to study. To be honest, you're taking it all better than I thought you would. Oh, please. I'm sitting in a magic room talking to 2 vampires, and you expect me to fall to pieces over this? Mark smiled again. You really are full of surprises. But I'm glad I didn't frighten you. Wait, Mark, stop being so nice to me. You're in front of Elliot. Elliot has mad feelings for me. My girl, semi-feelings for him right now. I don't know how she's feeling, to be honest. I drew my legs up, resting my chin on my knees. So there's actually a nice sky side in there somewhere, isn't there? I didn't believe I ever indicated there wasn't. No, but you do sort of come across as... I hesitated. He raised an eyebrow and waited for me to continue. Do go on. No, I'm good. What's the word? Elliot, help me out. I looked over at him, but he was just staring at the floor. I frowned slightly and nudged him with my foot. I mean, I wasn't the best at cheering people up, but it was especially hard if he wasn't paying attention. He glanced up quickly. I don't know. Cranky. Cranky? A little, yeah. Mark set his cup down and tipped his head back, regarding me with a smug smile on his face. Oh my god, stealing my heart. Hey, would you like to know how you come across? No, I'm good. I shook my head quickly. I could immediately tell that I was going to get roasted if I let him go there. Nope. Mark leaned closer, reaching out to slide his fingers. Oh my god, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm on your route. Stop. Stop stealing my heart. Oh my god. Mark leaned closer, reaching out to slide his fingers under my chin. Beside me, Elliot shifted a bit. I tried to look at him, but Mark forced me to look his way. Oh my god, what are you doing? Oh shoot. The smile on his face was truly devious. Oh my god. Stop, Elliot. Elliot, I need you to be like crazy jealous boy right now and stop the situation. Because right now, my heart is already gone to Mark. Again, the man I was trying to go for. You shared your opinion, so it's only fair that I do the same, isn't it? I swallowed nervously. Don't you hate touching me? Oh, on top of that, he's touching me. What? His eyebrows went up, but the smile got a little wider. Only because I've been trying not to intrude on your thoughts, but you've been so free with them already, I don't see a need to concern myself with it. Oh my god, Elliot's getting pissed. He was too close, way too close, and he was doing it just to tease me and make me uncomfortable, and it was definitely working. I felt my face slowly heating up. Suddenly, a hand came from the other side of me and grabbed Mark's wrist. Mark, knock it off. Saved. If she wants me to stop, I will. Don't forget that, unlike you, I can actually see her thoughts. Wait, Elliot can't see my thoughts? He can? Oh, fuck. His route is gonna be hectic. Elliot scowled at him, but Mark was completely unfazed. Can you please argue further from my face? Knock it off, both of you? Being caught between some vampire bickering match was more awkward than I would have thought, but I was literally sandwiched between them while they glared at each other, and I had no idea what was going on, except that they clearly did not seem to get along. Mark calmly pulled his hand away from Elliot and picked up his tea again. I laughed awkwardly. I'm sorry about that. Michiko, are you okay? Well, yeah. It's not like Mark had hurt me or anything. He had just been teasing me in his weird way. Well, and reading my mind. I didn't like that part especially, but apparently he couldn't help it. I can teach you how to block him out if you want. You can? Elliot sighed. Unlike Mark, I can't actually read thoughts, just emotions, and usually only if I'm touching someone. Okay, so he can feel the emotions, at least. What's going on? Oh, okay. I thought someone was trying to call me. I was like, whoa. But I can still show you how to keep them out of your head. It's not hard, but people who are really open tend to struggle with it. Danny also had problems with that at first. Well, my expressions, obviously, you can read my expressions easily. I think Mark will have no trouble at all reading my mind. If she really wants to learn how to quiet her thoughts, I'd be a better teacher for it. But I can do it without intruding. Actually, that would be great, Elliot. I interrupted them before they could start bickering again. Really? Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm not too worried that Mark is going to learn my deep, dark secrets. Actually, I kind of am. Though, for all I knew, he'd already heard them all. But it would still be nice to not be shouting my thoughts at him all the time. Especially given how much he likes to whine about it. I was not whining. God damn it. My phone chimed and I decided to let that one go. It was a text from Allie. It looks like my ride is here. I guess I'll be going. I'll walk you down. You don't have to. I know. I grabbed my things quickly. Mark, thanks for, you know, filling me in on everything. I appreciate it. It's a bit lonely when you're left out the loop. Yeah. Though you understand that isn't why I told you. Yeah, I know. You'd never do anything just to be nice. I made a face at him and quickly left. Elliot followed me out. I gave him a sidelong look as we walked down the hall together. He definitely looked upset. Everything okay? Yeah, I guess. So, you and Mark were hanging out the whole time? I mean, it's the first. I blinked at him in surprise. Hadn't been expecting him to ask about that. Yeah, we ran into each other downstairs, then just sort of chatted for a while. Elliot's expression darkened. I'm sorry, I didn't mean anything about the murder thing with other stuff happening. I didn't want to scare you. I feel I can know where he's coming from. I'm starting to really hate secrets. I guess I understand, but isn't it better that I know? Ah, fuck. Well, I don't want to do that one. Technically, it would have been better if I did know, though. But will this lead me to a bad song? Or it does nothing. But isn't it better to know what I could be walking into? You should know that. You're the only one who knows about the sleepwalking. I know, you're right. I'm sorry. He looked so upset. I nudged him with my elbow. I'm not mad at you, you know? I just wish you had been the one to tell me, so it didn't feel like you were hiding it from me. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hide it. I just thought I could protect you, look out for you. I need to be able to look out for myself. You can't always be there. He looked away awkwardly. I didn't want you to be scared of me. You're not scary at all. We walked down the stairs together and toward the front door. I paused before I pushed it open. I'll see you tomorrow morning? Yeah, I have a big feeling I'm just gonna get the neutral route in this one. He still looked a little down. I reached over and gently flicked the tip of his nose. He looked up with surprise, flushing slightly. Cheer up, I'm sure everything's going to work out. I mean, it probably will, right? I don't know. You suck at cheering people up. Hey, it's a thought that counts. Besides, you're laughing, so, you know. Thanks, I'm sure it'll be fine. Me too. I'll see you tomorrow. I gave him a quick wave and hurried out the door. Elliot and I had a quiet ride home. I feigned a headache because I was tired and wanted time to contemplate everything I'd learned. Fortunately, she let me think without interruption, but she did shoot me a worried look when she let me out of my house. Hey, try to get some sleep tonight, or sleep, okay? I'll try. No weird dreams. Tell my subconscious that. See you tomorrow. I waved and watched her drive off before going inside and heading straight to my room to crash and pray for things to turn out okay. Chapter 5, Getting to Know Each Other. Okay, this is where our love progression starts. Saturday, October 23rd. And I am, holy shit, over time. Holy hell. Okay, anyway, this is where we're gonna end today's episode off on chapter 5. I don't remember how many chapters are in each route. Probably like at least 10 plus up. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Stay beautiful, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Touch it, touch it, touch it.